What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 11, Breaking Bed. So let's start off with Mary and Brandon. So Mary and Brandon, Mary's grandparents, they have been out of town working, and so Mary and Brandon have had the whole entire house to themselves. So remember when Brandon first arrived, Mary didn't really want to do anything intimately because her grandparents were in the house. They made her feel uncomfortable. Plus, she talked a good game about waiting until she was married before they could do anything, because I think she even told Brandon straight up that we can't do anything until we get married. Not even, I think she said not even kiss until they got married or something. So it just kind of blew my mind that as soon as the grandparents left, they went completely buck wild. They went so buck wild that now Mary is pregnant, and they're so nonchalant about it. And this is the same couple that was talking about how they were struggling financially, not knowing where they're going to get extra money from to pay their bills. Brandon talking about how his savings account is dwindling, and Mary doesn't want to go to her grandparents for financial help. And so Brandon was like really stressed out about how they were going to be able to pay their bills. But then these two idiots decide that it's a great idea to have a whole nother mouth to feed and have the responsibility of a child. Like, what is happening here? I don't know. But it's probably just a storyline. She's probably not really pregnant. Who knows? But from what I saw today and what I can go on today, is that this girl says that she's pregnant and they act like it's not a big deal. And I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, and then Brandon says, the most stupid thing ever. He says that maybe having a baby will improve their relationship. Oh, I think not, because a baby will test the strongest of marriages, the strongest of relationships. A baby will test it because you're going on very little sleep. You get extremely agitated with one another because you are getting no sleep. You're worried constantly about your child. It's just dumb, stupid. I don't know what these two people are doing. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if this is a real pregnancy or a fake pregnancy for TLC. I have no idea what the hell's going on. But the girl says she's pregnant. They're struggling with money. They have a very toxic relationship. She won't even let him, move his eyes in whatever direction he wants without his permission, without her permission. So I don't know what's going on with these people. I was just like flabbergasted that she was sitting up there with this pregnancy test, this positive pregnancy test, and then she's got this big old goofy smile on her face. Like it's the best thing ever. Moving on to Sarper and Shekinah. So Sarper's on his way to pick up Shekinah from the airport, and on his way there, he tells us that he has put up his player's card. He's no longer going to be, chasing women. He's given up that playboy lifestyle completely. He is now only a one-woman man, and he tells us that in his heyday, he would be up to he could get up to 2 to 3 women a day. He would get 2 to 3 women a day. And he's already told us that he's conquered 2,500 women in his lifetime. And there's no way that you're going to make me believe that he was using protection for every single one of those 2,500 women. Moving on. So he picks her up. They go to his apartment. His apartment's a pretty nice apartment. It's spacious. It's decorated well. So she's looking around because this is the first time that she has seen his apartment in the daytime, because the last time that she was in Turkey, they were there at his place in the darkest of night. So she didn't know exactly what was going on in there. But now that it's daylight, she can actually see what's going on. And she's already, making notes about all the things that she wants to change in his apartment because it looks too much like a bachelor's pad. One of the things that she wants to get rid of is his gaming console, because she says that men of a certain age should not be gaming. So she wants to get rid of the gaming console. She also wants him to get rid of his bed, which she was supposed to already have gotten rid of before she even arrived. He had promised her to get a brand new bed because she didn't want to sleep on the same bed that he has brought who knows how many number of women on. So she wanted a completely different bed, a new headboard, etc., because the bed did look kind of dingy. The headboard was peeling. me, it did look kind of gross. So she was upset with him that he never got a new bed. And he tells her, well, you're concerned about the bed. Shouldn't you be concerned about my wing wing? Because that's what's been in contact with these, 2,500 women. And I was like, good point, Sarper. But of course, she overlooks that. She just wants him to change the damn bed. And she ends up sleeping on the couch. And of course, he had no problem joining her, sleeping on the damn couch. Moving on to TJ and Kimberly. So TJ finally gets to meet Kimberly's parents. They go out to dinner, and Kimberly's dad, he went right into it after, the pleasantries. He got down to it. He says, well, my daughter's brought to my attention that she's having a problem with your brother, and she's also having a problem fitting in with your family. And TJ was like, well, the argument that she had with my brother, it's no big deal. They got past that. We can move on from that. People argue. It's not a big deal. They can work it out. As far as the family accepting her, my family loves her. They welcomed her with open arms. So yeah, they want her to be a part of the family. They absolutely adore her. And so then Kimberly, of course, she can't control herself. She says to TJ, oh, by the way, I wasn't arguing with Yash. Yash was arguing with me. And so then her and TJ get into an argument about her argument with Yash. And so her and TJ start going back and forth. The parents are obviously really uncomfortable as they're arguing. And so they're having a full on argument. So Kimberly, you want to look like you're peaceful. You don't argue. It was all Yash's fault. He was the one that was, causing the conflict. But as TJ just wanted to move past that, you stopped him because you wanted to argue about you arguing with his brother. So, of course, you're the one that's the troublemaker. So she's arguing with him in front of her parents. The parents are feeling uncomfortable. Next thing we see, she's back in her hotel room and she's crying the next day, and her stepmother comes up there to see her, and she tells her stepmother, oh, I think TJ broke up with me. So they show us the text messages that she was sending to TJ all night long, where she was telling him how he was wrong for disregarding her feelings in front of her parents, and that he was basically just trying to show out in front of her parents. And he really wasn't responding, but when he finally did respond, he was like, you know what, I'm just tired. Maybe I should just remove myself from your life. And so she's boohooing to her stepmother, I think he broke up with me right before our wedding. And the stepmother is like, well, you don't know for sure until you have a conversation with him. So she ends up calling him, and he basically tells her, I don't think I'm making you happy, because every time that we are around each other, there's an argument of some type. We're always arguing about something. I don't think I'm the one for you. I don't think I'm making you happy, so I should just remove myself from your life. And so she's like, okay, you're really doing this. You're really breaking up with me. And that's where their segment ends. I hope to God that TJ really is breaking up with her, but we know that he's not. We know that he's not, because, they love the ones that are extremely problematic and that stress them out the most. And, those are the ones that they appreciate. Those are the ones that they like. So we know that TJ is not going to leave Kimberly. It's just not, he just can't make the most sensible decision because he wants problems. Moving on from there, we have Johan and Danielle. So Johan and Danielle go and visit an immigration lawyer, and they go there for two completely different reasons. Johan wants to go talk to the lawyer about getting a green card because he wants to be able to go to America and work. Danielle wants to talk to the immigration lawyer about Johan getting a tourist visa because she plans on visiting New York and she wants Johan to come with her, and so she wants him to be able to travel with her back and forth. She does not want him to get a green card because she wants to stay in the Dominican Republic. Johan, I guess, wants to live both in the DR and in America, and that's why he wants to work on getting a green card. So the lawyer tells them, y'all need to make up y'all's mind with what y'all want to do, because you can't do both. You're either going to go with the tourist visa, or we're going to do a full-on green card. And it doesn't really matter what Johan wants, because Johan is going to allow Danielle, like he always does, he's going to allow Danielle to make the decision for him, because she's going to be the one doing the paperwork anyway. So he's not going to have much say so in his own life and where his own life is going. Moving on from there, we have Wayne and Holly. Not much happened with Wayne and Holly, y'all. They're supposed to be getting married, I think, the next day. And so the day before the wedding, Wayne thought it was a great idea to take Holly and her mom on a surprise safari trip. And this is the time that she needs to kind of, finalize everything for the wedding, because she still has to get fix her dress or something. And there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done, even though it's going to be a small ceremony. But, Wayne thought it was a great idea to take her out on a safari the day before they got married. And I didn't understand that at all. His sister was there as well, and the sister was trying to like smooth things over and to, make her feel a little bit more relaxed. And yeah, Holly's stressed out. This was not a good idea to take her out on a safari the day before she's supposed to get married. That's my review. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.